Please do remember the 5th of November. Light up the sky with standard fireworks. Those of us certain age will remember the advert, Sandra. Right, Sandra, what have we got in my arm?
Cobra.
We've got a pack of Cobra. And why have we got a pack of Cobra, Sandra?
Treating ourselves to an ending, are we?
We are. Where are we going to?
Going to Saffron.
Saffron, just on the road into Skegness. We've eaten here before, it was alright. So we're going to treat ourselves to a curry. So there's Burger Nation. Fireworks going off in the sky. And let's get some poppadoms, Sandra. Some Cobra? You're going to do the honours?
Do the honours.
God. I don't know how lucky I am to have you, do I?
This is true.
So it's all nice and quite quiet.
I worked in a bar once, you know.
So did I, it's all been. Right, so loading up with some poppadoms. I have no idea what I'm going to have as my main. Ooh.
You've been missing your curries now.
Yeah, I need a proper curry. Right, not just a madras and a vindaloo, but a fowl, which is too hot. So I think I'm going to go for the chef special, which is chicken, lamb, king prawn, mushroom, with a rich boona sauce, served with pillar rice, salad, and mint sauce, and the poppadoms, and pickle tray. It's going down. Super fast, efficient service. And another bottle of Cobra. And oh, look at that.
And generous portions, actually. I'll try some of the.
Not yet. So the proof, as they say, is in the eating. Right, demolish tomato. I've got some pillar rice left over. Are you hiding any food or have you eaten it? Oh, eaten. Fed, watered. Yeah, that was alright, that.
Yeah.
What was yours like?
Very tasty.
Okay.
Fresh cooks.
Did you get any salad?
I didn't get salad.
Oh, I still got, look at that big chunk of salad. But a healthy option. How's your Cobra?
Nice.
So I should have maybe mentioned it's a bring your own here as well. So if you want an alcoholic drink, there is an off licence. Literally 1 minute walk away. So make sure you BYO. It's fun to stay at the BYO. I have no idea what I'm talking about, Sandra. Who's it? 3 days to go. Sandra, you got no idea how lucky you are to have me.
How lucky am I, dear?
To bring you to where we're going to go to, Sandra. Where have I brought you?
The ship and Atlantic Bar.
Oh. And what happened last time we were in here?
It was karaoke night and the shots were flying.
For the over
70s.
So many of you will have passed it and maybe you've never been in, and it's been interesting. But here we are now on the 5th of November, well and truly out of holiday season, and all I've got outside is a Lambretta. Is it a Lambretta? With a mod, with an L plate on it, so it's not a real mod. Yeah. So, wish us luck, people, as we're about to enter the ship and the Atlantic Bar in Skegness.
What? I'm
whipping what, Sandra?
You're whipping out your camera. It looked like you're whipping out something else.
What am I supposed to whip out? Right, how was that?
I never noticed these. Quirky, aren't they? It's an outside bar stool, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's a sit outside bar night. That was alright, wasn't it? In there, it was quite quiet tonight, to be fair. So
Discovered when I'm driving, if I don't want a cold, like, fizzy pop drink, they do coffee as well.
Marvellous. We learn something new every day. Right, so that's our final Sunday night here in Skegness, probably for this year, but who knows. Right, we'll catch you in the morning where we'll be giving you some updates on properties, or a couple of properties we're going to view. So we're just not far from Alford, and we've got a viewing coming up of a bungalow. It's a little bit out of our price range, over budget, but we can afford it if it's okay. And the one with this one is, it's got a little mini orchard, a little wood, and a little bridge and things like that. You got quite excited by that one, didn't you?
I'm always excited by orchards and bridges
Yeah,
and
and
things.
it comes with a mini wood. So we're going to have a look, and what we'll do is, to say, on these vlogs coming up, we're looking at some today and some tomorrow, aren't we? So we'll give you we'll tell you what we've said. We're not going to physically show you where we are, because so you may see it and come and outbid us or put an offer in instead of us. But we'll give you an update on what our views are, and whether we turn around and go, that's a no, or possible, and see how we go. So we're just waiting for the estate agents, and we'll feed back once we've had a look around. Right, so the location for that, we will reveal a little bit more where we've been. It was a place called Billsby, which is a lovely area, just outside Alford, semi-rural, and we've eliminated this one pretty well straight away. So it was a bungalow, it was a little bit over our budget, and it's going to need at least, I would reckon, 30 to 50 grand spending inside, but the potential is enormous, isn't it? I mean, it's a beautiful building.
Yeah, for say a younger family or somebody with a bit more money to spend, it's a great property, great location. So I'm just fiddling because I've lost my pen.
Yeah. So I was concerned that there was a definite certain amount of damp in there, but how bad that damp is obviously would need to be investigated. The bathroom would need to be ripped out, another bathroom put in. Kitchen's okay. All the carpets would need to be taken out. The wall dressings, all the wallpaper would need to come out. And obviously, once you start delving with skirting boards, you don't know if you're going to open up a can of worms. It also had a lovely pocket of land, like a really nice bit of land with some mature trees in it, apple trees.
A mixture of trees, but yeah.
But you know, what we also saw for that one is there was one apple tree could be removed, and there would have been enough space to bring on a static caravan as alternative accommodation for ourselves, or for us to possibly rent or Airbnb, which is obviously something potentially we might look at. But
generally, so that's why it was a bit on the top end of our budget, because of the extra land.
Yeah.
And it is great value for what they're selling.
Oh my golly, what would you pay for that around in Manchester? You paid
It's fantastic value for what they're selling, but for us in our current situation, it's not going to be right for us.
No, it's six months worth of builders in and out and everything. It's yeah. But the real nice thing I've said to Sandra here is, when we see somewhere that's for us, we'll both agree it's for us, and we both agreed straight away that, even though you're trying to get it into your heart, but we both knew it wasn't to be that one, wasn't it?
So it's so hard with these things. It ticked the initial requirements, like the right amount of space, the sort of rooms, the layout was all okay, wasn't it? There's a bit of extra land, but when you get to look inside, it's hard to tell until you look inside.
No, if we were 10 years younger, you know, as I say, it's at the top end of our budget. It's doable, because we would then nip into our savings to do the renovation work, which would then mean our pot of money as we go forward would be, and we would never see the return on the investment. The ROI would not be seen. So yeah, anyway, that one's eliminated. Billsby,
Do you know what I forgot to check was if it had double glazing?
Yes, it did.
Anyway, the other thing I did notice though is one thing with our property at home is we retained the double glazed patio doors before the conservatory, whereas in that they just had an opening and direct to the conservatory, so it could make it quite cold in winter, I think. As well.
That's quite on virtually every property we've seen. They've all been open plan. So apart from the place in Chapel, which had the sliding doors, but most properties, I don't know why, are very open, and they've all got art text on the ceilings. Why is there so many properties that we've looked at have got art text on this? Those of a certain age will remember when art text was a big thing. Anyway, we've eliminated that one. So we're going to next. Well, we've got a couple of hours now. We're going to be heading to Mablethorpe direction. Then this has got quite a lot of boxes ticked, hasn't it?
I thought you weren't saying where we're going.
Mablethorpe direction, not saying where we're going. So I'm saying Mablethorpe direction. It could be, I don't know, outside Mablethorpe. It could be in the middle of Mablethorpe, maybe miles away. I'm not saying where we're going, and we're not going to show you. We're on a main drain down at the moment. That's the toilet flush being emptied. We've stripped everything out from underneath the bed. The bed's a huge bed with a lot of dog fur on the Sandra, and some mouldy dog biscuits what Rashford took down the back of the bed. So we've got washing, the aqua roll we're going to be bringing inside. Going to check and double check. We've got a hot water tank underneath here, and we're going to be lifting the valves on that. I'm going to get rid of every bit of water that we possibly can. Once they're open, we'll run the taps for a moment, and all being well, if we get a big freeze again, the caravan's going to be ready. Right, I'm doing the glamorous job, the blue job, the man job. So the cassette toilet we're going to empty, and as I say, just drain down the toilet flush. So getting that out of the system. You don't want your toilet freezing, whatever. Every bit of water that we can out of the system. Don't want anything leaving in here if we can. So that's the toilet flush reserve done. It's back on there, and there's a little sponge on there. And go back into there. Right. Oh, Neil, orange peel. Left the cap off. Cap back on. Back on. It's all back on. It's all okay. So this heater cracked. It had frost damage last year. Even though we had drained it. So this was a new water heater. So this year I have not used the campsite shower. I've only used my own shower, and yeah, that's been okay. I think it's 20 litres. So our electric is now disconnected, and we've got the drain down plugs here, which we're going to be opening up and then making sure the water's completely out of the system. What I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to leave those valves open, and if we do have a freeze up and the water expands, it's got somewhere to go. And what I'm also now going to do with a post-it note, I'm going to leave this open over winter just to let some air to it. And I'm going to put a post-it note, make sure, Neil, you close the drain down valve. So I'm going to put a note onto there. I might even write on the actual tank as a reminder, because I might be back here. I might be coming back over winter. So I think I mentioned I'm doing everything now away from the walls. And a big mistake people make, huge mistake, don't do this. When you put your caravan into storage or down, don't leave the blinds down. Leave your blinds up. You're stretching your springs, and so that's why you get problems with your blinds. Oh, we need the toilet window closing. Sandra to do is I just want to give this top a go when we put the sheet on. Just remember, I've got a few crumbs on here. I don't want our little furry friends finding any food source, so it doesn't need to just lift everything up, but we can just use some wet wipes for that, to be honest. So I'm going to leave the toilet door open. I am going to get some mildew spray. So I did bleach in here recently. You'll also notice the shower curtain has been taken right down. I'm going to give that another wash, and we're going to give that a dry because we're moving. to stay somewhere else for the next couple of nights. Can you guess where we're going? Can you guess where we're going to be going in a few minutes? Yay. So we're going to go, as I say, we are going to go and move, unpack into our new property where we're staying for a couple of nights. Then we're going to go over Maybo Way for a viewing. Then we need to try and nip to Tesco's before Tesco closes. What do we need to get, Sandra? We need some beers, some water, bed sheets, milk, some mildew spray. And what I'm going to do, milk. I'm a list maker. I'm going to start shopping. Right, Dave. I'm not going to call you Dave. Don't call Jeanette. No, I'm going to be putting some bags into our new accommodation for a couple of days.
Right.
Is it all working?
I've emptied the jacuzzi.
All right, okay.
That's all done now for you.
Brilliant, yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, I don't know.
All done and dusted.
I just drained down my caravan for the winter, all the water out.
You weren't going to use the jacuzzi, were you?
No, yeah. Oh, of course we are. Yeah. No. We've done that.
I thought you would be amped.
Yeah, no.
There's a big turnip back garden if you want it.
Have they left some?
Yeah.
Right, we need to make a note of that. There's a reason. We'll explain to Jack, which we won't go into detail at the moment, but we need to... Right, so we're in the cottage, settled down for a couple of nights. Got 20 minutes to go, and then we need to head out for our next viewing. I can have a bath tonight. I can have a jacuzzi bath. I can soak myself in the bath. I've had my hair cut. That's back down to number 2. But I've got curry stain on my shirt. I've no idea what we're going to do for food tonight. But yeah, we've got some beers going. Oh, bless you. Fridge in the beers. You've got some fridge in the beers, Sandra, or beers in the fridge. So last night, Sandra got the giggles last night, didn't you, Sandra? Come on, let's confess. What were you giggling about last night, Sandra? I've got the back of your head.
I'm still unpacking, to be honest. I've got some bits to get out there. My hair's a mess.
Why did you have the major giggles last night?
Was it the thing about the ringable bells and ingle bells?
That's the one.
Ringable bells and ingold melts. It's not that easy to say.
Ringable bells in Ingermells. The ringing the bells in Ingermells. The ringing the bells in Ingermells.
So one of my personal criteria, and obviously there are more important criteria, but if possible, I'm hoping that there'll be a tower like with bell ringing ringable bells not too far away. So I've been looking them up.
Oh.
And there are ringable bells in Ingle. There are bells in other places, but there are ringable bells in Ingle
There's what? There's what? Freeze the peas, girl. Freeze the peas. Nobody's going to have a clue what we're on about. Right, we're going to bring Rasha in. Rasha's sat in the car. We're just outside Mablethorpe, the Mablethorpe area. This one we're going to look at now. Again, it's a bungalow. And it's got quite a few boxes ticked on the photos we've seen and the floor plan and a bit of land at the back. There's a static at the back of this as well, isn't there? An old one, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we're actually outside now waiting for the estate agent. And yeah, the first visual looks okay, doesn't it? It's not quite. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Front garden's a bit small, but it's that what goes on at the back. So yeah, we'll give you an update once we've actually done the viewing. We'll do the update. We need to get to Tesco's, don't we, next as well? Keep thinking it's Sunday, Sandra. I'm really all over the show.
You're not kidding.
Oh, really, really all over the show. Right, what do you think of it? Sorry, initial first look.
Well, I need to see inside. That's why we're here.
Right. But just your initial first look.
Well, I've seen the outside from the photos. So.
Yeah, I mean, you see it in the flesh, don't you? It's a beautiful day. Never rains here in Lincolnshire. Right, so that's been a bit of an interesting one, that one, Sandra, hasn't it?
It's again really hard. So obviously picking places that tick a number of boxes in terms of the requirements that we need, and then when you see it in the flesh, as it were, I don't know. What do you think? So
the location is a little bit urban for what we're looking for, but I can do with that. There's a caravan park at the back of it. The garden is huge. The bit of an old static at the back needs scrapping. It's got a good sized shed,
plenty of parking on the
garage.
property.
Yeah, loads.
Sorry, garage. But yeah.
Yeah, hard-standing concreted sort of side drive for probably 4 or 5 vehicles on there.
Handy for shops and amenities and things like that.
But there's a problem with the bathroom's quite small and it's got a bath and not a. So we're trying to get some kind of a walk-in shower for Barbara, the mother-in-law. So we could take the bath out and convert it into a wet room. But I want a bath, not a shower. I don't really want a house that hasn't got a bath. It's got gas. Mains gas, which is quite unusual for some of the ones we're looking at. Electric, and it's got a sewer, not a septic tank.
Luxury.
I'm a little bit nervous. There was 2 dehumidifiers in the building, and there was one wall that had a bit of a crack on it, but that could just be a superficial plaster crack. But then the hallway, there was some wallpaper coming off, and it just felt damp, but it could be apparently the person had died. Obviously there's not been anywhere in for a while, so it's not had heating on and things like that. But why would they have 2 dehumidifiers in there? It's a bit of a strange one, that.
Well, it's not that uncommon. If it's not been heated, it will accumulate condensation anyway. But
I'm not going to dismiss it. So we have also eliminated another property we were going to look at in Mumby. We decided that the access road to it's on like a sort of cul-de-sac place, isn't it? So the property looks all right, but if we were towing a caravan and there was people double parked, it was yeah. So we have now eliminated. We've eliminated a couple, haven't we? And I think we'll keep that one on the radar. I'm not going to say no on that.
So I mean, it's one of those. It's well within budget in the sense of
yeah. Well,
it will need work on it for sure, but it's well within budget to account for that. So
no, we spent 30-40 grand on it. You know, potential 30 you know, we've got plenty. We would have plenty of money to do the jobs that needed doing, subject to a survey and obviously subject to a damp inspection. So
yeah, but it does have a boarded out loft apparently. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's one less thing to worry about.
No, but it's also got some bit of furniture built in with like really 1970s dark stained wood.
Yeah, but that's
they can be
cosmetic.
Yeah,
though,
but they could all be taken off the door and just be replaced with something that looks a bit more modern. There was some extensive cupboards down the hallway. They were really big, weren't they? They're massive cupboards. And there was one room that had got an Artex ceiling, and then another one had got like a timber cladding ceiling on it, wasn't it? What is it with Lincolnshire and Artex still showing? So never say never. I'm not dismissing it, but I've not got the go for it. I've not got that.
We've not got that many properties left to view now on our original shortlist. I mean, obviously new things come up, but on our original shortlist, there's only
we now definitely have eliminated a couple, but
a couple more to view, isn't it?
Yeah, just a couple more tomorrow. And I think once we've seen the ones tomorrow, which will take you on a journey tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, there's one on Wednesday as well. There's one more on Wednesday.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we're at Tesco's. We need to go and buy a couple of bits and bobs, and then we'll finish the vlog off when we get back to the nursery's cottage. So we're home. We're having a bit of pork pie. And then do we know what we're having for tea yet?
No.
We'll be deciding on that soon. So we've got a couple of hours. What time is it? 3, 4 o'clock. So yeah, another hour of daylight. And we've been doing some washing and stuff. I need to run over to the Caravan, and I need to give a bit of spray, some bleach on a couple of bits and bobs. I'll finish off tomorrow. So yeah. So we're still a bit homeless at the moment, aren't we? Will we be unhomeless in a couple of days' time when we go home? Do you think you're going to be excited, or do you think you're not going to be excited?
I'm very excited.
You're very excited.
Sure, we'll find somewhere new.
Quite a lodge at the nurseries. We want to own land. So bit of a waffle. And as ever, if you're buying properties yourself, or you've been buying properties and you've been hearing some of our comments and you got indigestion, you got some advice, log them down there in the comments below, basically, isn't it? What say you, Sandra?
We'll find somewhere.
We will. So remember, if you've not liked the video, make sure to give the video a like and hit the subscribe button down there below. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, it's free. It doesn't cost any money or anything like that. And yeah, I need to go and get some pork pie. Want to say ta-ra?
Ta-ra. I'm going to have a nap.